want to talk about a very unpopular opinion. I was thinking about love, and a lot of people in the spiritual community or, woke community like to say, all you need is love. Love is the point. Love is the point. Love is a beautiful thing. This and that. Well, I don't think they fucking tell you the full side of the story, because there is always a yin to the yang. Love is not always a beautiful thing. So much darkness comes from being in love with somebody, being in love with the wrong person. And I was thinking about abusive relationships too, and it's like, women, I'm talking about me, but the collective as well, because I know somebody's going to relate to this. We get into these relationships with toxic people, toxic men, toxic women even, but we fall in love. I've had relationships in the past, and I have never ever loved somebody more than I love this certain person, but I know he's no good. And I don't want to say that because, whatever, but I just know it. I have given him chance after chance after chance, and I haven't given him a chance in a long time, because I've told him that I'm done, but I still love him. I love him. But why? Why do I love that? And some people will like to say, well, that's not love. That's not love. Bitch, I know what the fuck love is. I love this person regardless. Love is supposed to mean that you love somebody, no matter what. You love them no matter what. I love this person, but I know if I continue or go back into a relationship with him, I'm killing myself. I'm sacrificing myself. Because I lose a piece of me every single time I have an encounter with him. And it sucks. It sucks because I can't even... I'm lonely, right? I'm lonely. I am I don't go out and meet new people. I don't feel comfortable internet dating. I'm lonely, and I'm deteriorating with or without that person because of love. Because of love. Love is a curse, just as much as it could be a blessing. Fucking count your blessings if you have fallen in love with the right person, with a good person, because you got the real Cupid's arrow, the good Cupid, not the fucking demon Cupid that got me. Yeah, but then I think about it in a different way. Sometimes maybe I do agree with the people that say that's not love. Being in a toxic, abusive relationship and loving that person, I don't know, that's not love. Sometimes I think it's a form of brainwashing, where they use love as a form of brainwashing, because you know that, what's it called, when somebody gets kidnapped and they form a bond and a real love for their kidnapper. I think it's called Stockholm Syndrome. And that is a real syndrome. Your emotions are used as weapons. Human emotions are used as weapons against themselves. People will use your emotions against yourself. So, am I just brainwashed by love? It just sucks. My Venus is in the 12th house, so in some beliefs, when you have Venus in the 12th house, it could symbolize maybe not having a good relationships. Venus is the planet of love, and what you like to do, what you find attractive, this and that. And when it's in the 12th house, that is I don't know, karma house. But I don't even know what the point of making this video is. I think it's just to bring about awareness that love can be dangerous if you allow it to. And it takes a strong person to get out of love with somebody. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if you could truly ever fall out of love with somebody. Because if you have really felt that at one point of time, it's like, I don't know. It's like a curse that's unbreakable, an unbreakable curse. I feel like I was just gonna say something and I forgot because I was talking about that. But what was I gonna say? Let me think. Hold on. Oh, okay, I remember now. Okay, and this is why I think that love is used as a brainwashing technique, and like you could be literally tricked into loving somebody, but you don't actually love them, but you are manipulated by being in an abusive relationship for so long that you trick yourself. So here's an example. So like I just said, this person I'm referring to, I love him. I love him with all of my heart, right? And when I'm not with him, I think about him constantly. I'm constantly missing him. But when I do, have a moment of weakness and decide to go and see him, as soon as I'm around him, I realize why I'm not with him anymore, why I stopped giving him chances, and why I don't like being around him. I'm reminded, and then I think to myself, and I'm like, dude, Courtney, I'll be sitting right next to him and I'll be thinking in my head, Courtney, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you do this every time, you miss him, but for what? For this? For this? What the fuck is there to miss about this? This is a toxic person. This person is fucking sucking the life force energy out of you. What the fuck were you thinking? Like, you're not, but I love that, and I can say that to myself when I'm with him, but once I'm away from him, that's when I miss him so much. It's literally a fucking unbreakable curse, a reversible curse, being in love with an abusive person. I'm not saying love in general. I'm just saying when you are in a relationship with someone that has been abusive towards you, all the fucking emotionally, physically, mentally, that shit, it fucks with you. It fucks with you. And that's why there's so many fucked up people in the world, because they have fucked up childhoods, and any type of fucking trauma or abuse, it changes something in you. It changes something in you, and you're never the same because it's unbreakable. It's an unbreakable curse. And that could be related to like your brain's wiring and all this metaphysical fucking shit. Ooh, almost fucking rear-ended this person. But yeah. Oh, God. Love is very hard. Love, it shouldn't be hard, though. Like, I know this. I'm not naive to that fact. I'm not, ignorant. I know love isn't supposed to be like that. Love is, and I have felt unconditional love, like, on psychedelic experiences for my daughter. But the love, the toxic love that I'm talking about, love is used against us. I just keep wanting to say it. Love is used against us. Love is a weapon. Love is used as weapons. I guess like the only thing you could do is be a strong person. Be a strong person. Don't be weak. When you love a toxic person, that is the only time that you should be using your brain, because your brain will tell you like, no, like don't fucking do this, but your heart tells you different. And normally you're always supposed to follow your heart. Do whatever your heart fucking says, because your heart always leads the way. But I feel like your heart gets manipulated by toxic love, and that toxic love is compromising your heart's decision. So if you are in a toxic relationship, or like you aren't even in a toxic relationship, you left one, but now you like always miss them and want to go back, and this can be, for women too. Men get fucking abused by women just as much. Maybe not physically as much, but whatever. So yeah, that's just a download I just had. I never even thought about that before, but Usually you're supposed to follow your heart. Whatever your heart says, that's your true essence. That's you. So you should listen to your heart and not your brain. But I think in this instance, most of our brains will tell you like, yo, don't go back to that person. You know what's gonna happen. Your brain, Mercury, is like analytical and like, spits out facts. Your heart doesn't go off facts. Your brain will go off facts. And the fact of the matter is, that person is an abusive person. You're not going to change them. They could kill you one day by accident. I used to work with a girl, Melanie. Oh, fuck. I used to work at a TGI Fridays, and there was this girl, Melanie. And she was like, oh my God. She was older. She was like a hot mess, but like one of those hot messes that you just love. Like, she was so fun to be around. She was like an Anna Nicole Smith type person. And oh fuck, she was a joy to work with, even though she was out of her mind. And we found out one day that she had been murdered. She had been murdered by her husband, and he kept her body in a closet for a week. And they didn't even know where she was. She wasn't coming into work, like this and that. And then they found her body. Her husband choked her to death. We didn't even know she was in an abusive relationship. She hid it so well that she never told anybody, but apparently she had been with this person for years. He was married. They were married. She would brag about him. She would brag about what a great guy he was, and she just loved him so much and this and that. And he fucking murdered her. And I guess the moral of that story is, you think this person will change because you love them. She loved him so much, so she probably saw past his toxic traits. Nobody just chokes somebody if they've never done something like that before. Like, it takes a brain. Like, people do what they do, okay? It's very hard to change. It's possible for certain things, but with some toxic men, it's like a bad dog. You gotta be like bad dog, and some bad dogs have to be put down because they cannot be retrained. That is a sad fact, but it's still a fucking fact. Dogs get put down when they have been, in bad, environments, and it causes them to be aggressive, and nobody can pet the dogs, and they always fight other dogs, and, bite their lady dogs, this and that. And sometimes they have to be put down. And I'm not saying we have to fucking put down toxic men. I think the principle is to remember that some behaviors are irreversible. Some people just cannot change, and they will not change. And fucking Bethany got murdered because she loved a toxic person. She loved an abusive person, and it got her killed. So if you are ever, and another thing, so another point to that story, he didn't mean to kill her. Her husband, because I've met her husband, he was a nice guy, but they usually all are. Usually abusive men, they are loved by their community. They're fucking people at work, like, their friends, they love them. You meet the family for the first time, and your family loves him because they're usually so charming, this and that, and that's how this dude was. But apparently, because we knew a couple people, similar people, and he didn't mean to kill her. It was like he choked her, and I could agree with that. I could agree with that because I have been choked multiple times by my ex, and I know his intent wasn't to kill me, even though he told me he was trying to kill me a couple times, but like I know he didn't want to. Oh man, I just caught myself in a fucking toxic thought. Like I'm making excuses for him. Oh, Courtney, he didn't want to kill you when he fucking choked you until you passed out on multiple different occasions when he knows that you have fucking heart issues. But he wasn't trying to kill you? whatever. But I don't think he was. I don't think Melody's boyfriend was trying to kill her. I think he choked her because that's what they do. They're like bad dogs. They bite and then they calm down and realize like, yo, it's not that big a deal, whatever. But I don't think he meant to kill her. So that's why it's so fucking important that if you're in a toxic relationship, don't keep going back. Don't keep going back. Human bodies are fucking fragile. You will fucking die. You will die. People can kill you and not mean to. I don't know. Love. Isn't it a beautiful thing? Oh, love. Which way you going, bro? I guess I'll end this here. I'm sorry if, I don't know, I offended anybody, you know. Let me, apologize for something I'm sorry about, because everybody needs to hear this. Love is dangerous. Love is dangerous. Love can be used against you. Love is a weapon, but it's also, love is a disease, but it's also the cure. The system is not for humanity.